If you are interested in starting your own podcast, we use Buzzsprout because it is simple and easy to use. Buzzsprout can get your show listed on every major platform while giving you the resources for a great podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening to your podcast, and tools to promote your episodes. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and that is why over 100,000 podcasters are already subscribed to Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in our episode descriptions lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. So in return, you will receive a $20 Amazon gift card from Buzzsprout while signing up for a paid plan. Most importantly, every subscription through our link is always appreciated and helps support our show so we can continue delivering the quality content that you guys listen to. That being said, back to the show.
Hello, and welcome to Comic Book Junkies. I'm Andrew.
This is Joe.
And this time we've got the CBJ stamped best 2010 onwards, like that decade, character creations. So this might be a part of a series if you guys like it. Heck, if we like it. Kind of going through each decade or era, what have you, whatever we want to do, and kind of examining what the best characters that were created in that time period were. I mean, I'm sure you guys could think of a ton from like, the 60s, the 70s, stuff like that. So maybe we'll get there, we'll see. But we're going to start off in like the decade of what, 2010 to present, or are we going to cut it off 10 to 20?
10 to 20, I think, just to give a full decade sample. Maybe if we're doing this 5 years from now, we can do the 2020s.
Yeah, for real. That's crazy. Well, I will say I don't have mine numbered very well, so I'm just going to be like throwing stuff at you.
That's fine. I actually, when doing this research, I don't feel like it was a strong year for like new characters.
That decade, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of it, and you find there's a lot of mostly Spider-Man stuff, but is just
True.
multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
You've heard me rant about how I'm not a huge fan of all things multiverse. So I guess if you are a fan of that, this is a good year for comic book characters, but in my opinion, it's not the 60s.
Most of it's legacy characters, honestly. Like people taking on mantles and stuff or taking over roles. I kind of feel like that's what this like decade was good for at a glance. I mean, there's some like originals up in there, and there's definitely some that are bigger than others. I do think there were some lasting ones that were made here. I think we could say there's 10 with like somewhat staying power at minimum, but I will say there's not a ton that I'm like really attached to before I preface this. There's not a lot of there's like a handful I'm like, yeah, those are pretty sick, but then some of them I'm just like, like it's popular, people, it's well received. So it probably is deserving of the ranking. But I mean, I bet if I really took a ton of time and started really sifting through like minor characters and stuff like that were created, there'd be more that I enjoyed, I guess. And then also it kind of gets fuzzy around the late teens, early 20s character creations too. So a lot of these do seem to skew a little bit early, at least for me. Some in kind of the middle there, but enough jabbing. Want to get into this?
Yeah, absolutely. And then do you want to kick us off? Because I feel pretty good about 9 of them, but my last one is pretty weak.
Okay, so this is gonna be messed up because like you have yours in order. I don't. I just thought of characters and wrote them down in case I didn't have time to revise it later. So do you want me to try and just do that off the fly, or do you want me to just like read an order of what I was thinking here? Because these can just be discussions too.
Let's just do a discussion, but just give me your 10 and then we'll kind of go back and forth maybe.
You know what? I might even have to just say like I don't even know if I've got 10 here specifically. Let me count real quick. I think I got 12. So I'm gonna have to move 2 out real quick. That one definitely. Ooh, that's a tough one. Maybe I could put them together. So let's see. Well, I mean, let's just start off with like the top though. Okay, let's just go with that. I'd say Miles Morales, probably the top thing made during that time period.
Yeah, I put him as my number one just because it was the most popular character of this decade and is the definitive Spider-Man of this new generation for a lot of people. It doesn't hurt that he's like the main character and like I think the best Spider-Man movie ever made. And
Whoa.
he appears in all things animated or video games.
Yeah, he does. I tend to agree with everything you're saying. I feel like he's the Spider-Man of a new generation. Like he's that like pretty much ingrained now, and then yeah, being used in almost everything now already just bodes well for him. So, I'm not gonna really go into ranking here, but let's see. Bouncing off of that, you could also say very many similar things for Spider-Gwen. I think it's like if Miles Morales is like A level, she's like B level. I feel like she's very popular though. I feel like that's something people like to cosplay as at conventions. I feel like, I feel like it's popular amongst like actual girls instead of just weird guys. So, I think it's cool. She's in the movies already too as that character. Kind of helps spice up Gwen Stacy for people who weren't really reading when she was a thing. And, I feel like it's a good reinvention. I mean, it's more multiverse stuff, and in basis, I don't like the direction, like how they come up with these things, but like that one worked.
I had her
Yeah.
at my like number 4, but what I will say about Spider-Gwen is that, yeah, to your point, the costume's cool. A lot of people cosplay as Spider-Gwen, and a character that has staying power coming out of this decade. And mostly, I think it is the best investment of the 2010s as far as first appearances go.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Miles Morales is probably a little bit better. Spider-Gwen's probably right there, though.
It's pretty, I mean, like, I think Miles is the more popular character, but for a long time, you could get that book for $20 because I feel like maybe it's a
I
print
did.
run issue, but like, I feel like Spider-Gwen was sold out like day 2, where like you had a little bit of time to get on the Miles Morales train.
Yeah, that's fairly true. I tend to agree, but
Let
we
me
shall
hit you with
see.
my number 2 real quick, and it's just something I picked up right before we started the pod,
Mm,
if it counts. Immortal Hulk,
okay. Sure.
right?
I guess. I view it as like an interpretation of the character. I feel like that's just the Hulk.
It's kind of blurring the lines, but I think
It
it's one of
is.
the best things to come out of the 2010s.
I guess technically that's true, yeah. If we're counting that, that would be on my list. I'd have to bump a thing or two off because Immortal Hulk was like the best reinvention or, kind of contained series for a character that kind of did it justice in a long time.
And it was my favorite thing I think I've read in comics that came out in real time for me.
Agreed.
So, I mean, no better story for like body horror and Hulk stuff. So it's kind of cheating, but I did put Immortal Hulk on my list. And then my number 3 spot between Immortal Hulk and Spider-Gwen, I put the Court of Owls.
Oh, that's
And
on mine too.
yeah, maybe I'm just nostalgic for it, but like I think they're forever a staple of like the Batman world and
Yeah.
probably the second best comic book run I read in that decade. Also a one-hit wonder, almost kind of like Immortal Hulk. Scott Snyder and
Yeah.
Greg Capullo teaming up on that was like amazing. And then like you didn't really see the chemistry after Batman, but same thing with Immortal Hulk. Like I haven't really enjoyed anything Al Ewing since Immortal Hulk, but like pound for
Yeah.
pound, one of the best stories, both writing and art.
I'm with you. Sick. So that one was also on my list. I already starting to get like detached from the characters, but what about like Nick Fury Jr.?
Didn't even cross my mind, but sure, it's cooler than some of the other characters I got on this list.
That's what I'm saying, dog. The Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury dude. I mean, come on. I mean, that got put on the big screen by Samuel L. Jackson. Just perfect synergy there, just creating something and striking while the iron's hot.
That's
Pretty
creative,
cool.
bro. I like that pick.
Thank you. And then how about Negan from The Walking Dead?
That was my number 10. I thought you were going to
Oh, no
roast me for
kidding.
that one because that was like an indie pick. But
Yeah,
at the time, it was kind of a cool character. I haven't bought the first appearance. I've sold
me
it
too.
since
I've had the
because I'm kind of
variants.
out on all things Walking Dead unless I can secure an issue 1. But
Same.
yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the character. And that was, it's weird because I was a huge fan of The Walking Dead and I stopped watching the TV show as soon as he was introduced. And it has nothing to do with him. Like, I thought that was a cool character to add to the show. But I don't know. I guess the show coincidentally fell off at that time. But
That's what I hear.
in the same breath, like Negan himself is pretty cool.
I agree. Do you want to toss one or two at me?
Sure. Another one that's kind of blurring the lines. My number 5 was Superior Spider-Man.
Okay, I didn't think about that. That's a good choice.
Yeah, so just another derivative of a character that already exists, but I love Superior Spider-Man. I think that was a cool idea. It's one of the few things where like you tweak a character and I actually enjoy it. I have some odd picks for you. They're more like I think they're good objectively, but I'm not too familiar myself. So I put 2 Thor options, I put Gore the God Butcher and Jane
Mm.
Foster Thor. So
You're just doing. I was looking at it as it's a first whole new character, and you're just like half of yours are just like a new like imagining of your
version
favorites.
of, yeah, I know, right? Which is crazy. So I mean, Gore is an original character.
Gore's original. It wasn't that was Christian Bale
Yeah,
in
and
that dog shit movie.
I mean, other than like the Batman Who Laughs, which I intentionally kept off my list
I
because I
hate
think
that.
he sucks.
He sucks.
Probably the most iconic villain to come out of this decade. I think the Court of Owls is cooler, but maybe this is the most iconic. And then Jane Foster Thor, it's kind of cheating because she also came out in like a What If comic back in the day, but they didn't
Thordis.
really make it canon until recently, and then made a movie appearance with Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah.
So I
Got good
mean,
good actors and actresses, and then put them in like ass movies.
so it's Marvel money, but
Christian Bale and Portman in the same movie, and then it's dumb.
you have to
Like,
really
what?
try.
You do have to try. That's intentional and with care. But cool. I like that.
I guess
I
my
didn't have
last
any of them on.
ones, just to round out my list, because I'm almost done.
Okay.
I got Jessica Cruz on there.
I have that.
Not because I'm a huge fan personally, but it seems like it was a character that they introduced at that time that like people enjoyed, and I do think it would be a pretty decent comic book investment. Being like the first female human Green Lantern, if it
There's like
wasn't
three
spread
of them.
across like 3 books. Yeah. So Jessica Cruz is cool. Maybe we'll see her in Lanterns. I have no idea.
Tom Cruise.
And then is Jessica?
No, they're both Cruises.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Maybe
that
Tom Cruise can play her
went over my
dad.
head. That'd be cool, bro. That'd be
That'd be
really
cool.
cool. I would watch that. But the only other one on my list is Robbie Reyes.
Oh yeah.
Drives a Dodge Challenger. I don't really know too much about the Ghost Rider stuff, but seemed cool enough.
The muscle car take is pretty sick. I mean, obviously the motorcycle, the classic, is sick, Johnny Blaze. But yeah, no, I got one of those for
420.
like I got one of those for like $4. The first appearance of the Robbie Rays. I don't know. They just let it sit there. I was like sick because I always wanted to read that as it was coming out. I was reading like Punisher back then. Nothing was particularly good, but I didn't know no better. Anywho, the last few on my list for discussion here are the Ava Ayala White Tiger. I feel like I see her a decent amount, and I feel like there should be a White Tiger present because that's pretty cool. You know, hanging out with Daredevil, Spider-Man sometimes, people like that. Jackson Hyde Aqualad, he's also used, or was he Calderon? Either way, same idea as the Young Justice Aqualad.
Do you like him?
No, not really, but I feel like Aqualad, I don't know, it's a new
I thought
Aqualad.
about putting him on my list because he's pretty popular, but like
That's what I mean.
he's kind
No,
of,
I'm not really a fan.
yeah.
I like Aquaman and then to a lesser degree Garth. Aqualad, bro. That's crazy. But let's see, past that, I think
I'm
I got
surprised you didn't
Silk.
put that new Shazamly on there, bro.
No, he has 2 people in the family, and 3 if you count Uncle Dudley, and 4 if you count Talkie Tawny.
The
Oh.
joke, I just wanted to get you worked up.
No, you know what? I'm gonna restrain myself, and I know it was a joke. And you know what? I don't care for it. We don't bring up the Shazamily here. I'm just kidding. But then I would say Silk, even though I feel like recently I don't know what's going on with that, but who doesn't love a Spider-Man
You know what's
derivative?
interesting? Silk and Dr. Afra kind of really took off as soon as they were introduced, but they did nothing with either character.
It's inflation. And then I put it on here even though it's not on my cool meter, and that's Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Bro, her power is like a giant hand.
Yo.
What that hand do?
She should join the hand.
Double
She's the
lap.
leader of the hand. That's
Yeah.
crazy though.
That's hilarious. 'Cause
Stretchy.
It's Marvel too. It's possible.
Anything could happen. Yeah, people like that. I don't care. I don't read it.
No, bro, I'm not reading a.
What am I gonna
character
do, read
about a
Miss
woman
Marvel?
with a giant hand, bro? There's only so
Yeah,
much you
nah.
can do with that, bro.
I'm not going any. No.
You already got a
Oh.
stretchy character and fucking
That's true. I don't get that.
read.
You just
so
made another stretchy character, and she's Inhuman or some shit.
miss me with that, bro. Didn't make my top 10 list. Probably a top 3 character of the decade, but
Oh, easy.
no, yeah.
Has a TV show and does stuff. Book's expensive because that book
Right,
situation's
like,
stupid
that
too.
Batman Who Laughs, Ironheart, terrible decade for comics.
I have some like special well, shout outs if you want to count. Well,
How
honestly, the
special?
most popular one, well, they're pretty much just like dumpy characters, but I feel like are semi-relevant. It's like Simon Baz, the new Nova, Jonathan Kent, Riri Williams,
Jonathan Kent,
Naomi.
Naomi.
Yeah, dude, he's they suck. And then Wonder
Literally.
Girl, except she's sweet. The new Wonder Girl sweet. I forgot her name.
Oh, okay. Yara Flor.
Yara
I
Flor.
didn't even
Yeah.
think of that. Yeah, that
Well,
was
that's because
like
they
one of
haven't
the
done
best
Diddley Squat.
characters to come out that they did literally nothing with.
Like I even liked the first series for the most part
Yeah,
for
it was
like
a
a
good
Wonder
read.
Woman book.
Like
Yeah.
for Wonder Woman stuff, it was like actually the most decent thing that they put out since she's been a character.
And then they just stopped, and now where is she? Dumb. It's because they're trying to do that Trinity crap. Like Wonder Woman had a daughter. It's like get the fuck out of here.
Go back to Yara, bro. They're sleeping.
Yeah. Facts. And then here's the most popular honorable mention, Jeff the Shark. He's
That's
honestly
fair.
cooler than like most characters I've listed. Plus people in like on that Marvel Rivals, they love playing as Jeff the Shark. I mean, it is a cool concept. I mean, they definitely do it a little bit much with it because it now just feels like anime. But I mean, it's like a shark dog. I mean, my lizard brain says sharks are pretty sick and dogs are cool. So, like, in theory, I like dog shark. You know what? Fuck it. I fuck with Jeff the Shark over half the characters I listed, to be honest with you, in terms of just who's cool. I should get one. Wonder how much those go for, bro. You think Jeff the
Probably
Shark's gonna fucking
more
break
than you would expect.
$20?
That's what it should go for. I bet it
You
goes
think
for
it goes
more.
for like 50?
I do, bro.
I don't even know what the hell it came out in.
People love that crap, but I know the listeners can't see, but look what I got today in the mail.
Oh shit, it's the motherfucking Lawfleas. I'm just kidding. It's those, what is it, the Red Lanterns and everybody and their brother.
That's facts.
Issue
And also
25.
a lot cooler than a lot of the people I put on this list, which is probably from the 2010s, but I'm not sure.
Great point. Because Atrocitus is cooler than like half of the characters I listed too.
Right.
Red Lantern,
Yeah.
Indigo Lanterns are freaking hippies. Yellow Lantern, they feel like they're like being real assholes for just being like the Yellow Lanterns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's their
It's
problem?
like yellow's not even like that hard. I don't even get it. Like if I saw some dork roll up to me looking like a yellow crayon, I wouldn't be like scared of him. Why is that fear? Is that like, is there like a historical context for that they drew off of? Because I
Yeah,
might just be stupid and unaware.
because
We
I
need to
feel
know
like
about
red
emotions.
is more dangerous than yellow.
The red people do go hard. They like vomit like what acid or some shit at people, like blood. They do some like nasty ass shit. And they got that cat one. His name Dex Star or something. He's evil.
That's right.
Cool. People
I
do
have
like
one
the
of
cat.
them. Yeah, I kind of like the cat.
The cat is cool. I mean,
I don't
cats
know
are
what it
dicks.
is, but DC does a good job with their animals.
They do. I'd let them open a zoo.
I would go to the zoo.
Go to the DC Zoo.
It would
Oh,
be
shit.
dangerous though.
Yo, but
Look what
what if they
Eagle
put...
Eye did in Peacemaker to that group.
Every zoo's got bald eagles, though. Oh, yeah, you watching that, though? That shit goes hard.
Yeah, so you know me, I fell asleep watching episode 3, but I'm watching.
I got attacked by a duck. How big is it? I don't know.
It's not fair. I got bird blindness.
That shit's crazy. I mean, it's so stupid, the bit, but like the way he sells it is so good. Like, I love the Tim Meadows role, Flurry. That shit's hilarious. And
Yeah,
Economos
James
has
Gunn's
been
doing a
sick
pretty
too.
good job.
I mean, Peacemaker was his like thing anyways. It's more obscure like we kind of did in our last episode. But
Kind of
you
off
know.
topic, but also on topic because it's comic book related. Just sold my LCS2 short boxes full of like random comic book runs and like variants.
What'd you
And they
get?
offered me 240 in store credit.
No shit. Are you sealing the deal?
I'm gonna get a blade if it's there on Monday. Yeah.
Oh shit.
They want 500 for it, and it looked pretty decent. So I'd pay
You could get that for
260 out of.
260
That's what I'm saying, right? That's like
on
a
a decent
no-brainer.
blade. Easy.
Yeah, right?
As easy as it gets. Yeah, you don't have to think.
I told
Just
them, I know you can't sell it to me over the phone, but is it possible to let somebody know I'm interested and I'm coming in on Monday? And they said, yeah, we'd put a note. And I says, cool.
Good. Seal the deal.
I'm going
Dude,
to
they
open
did
it,
not
just
work
make
with you,
sure there's
though.
no nonsense. But yeah, I mean, all things considered, I'm taking that home.
Might as well. That'd be such a baller pickup.
They gave
Man.
me 240 for some bull crap, bro.
Was there anything cool in there? Like, what was it? Like a duplicate
Literally,
shocker?
the only book that was cool was like my low grade shocker.
No.
Yeah.
You just give them like runs of like new books,
Yes, bro.
and they gave you 240. It's like 30 to 50 a short box for them.
I
That
know.
doesn't even make sense.
I gave him like the first 10 issues of All Star Western. I gave him my death metal run and my metals run, and I gave him some modern books.
About to see a new arrivals post with a bunch of full sets of shit. Just some non-keys that Joe gave. That's cool though. Good. You better get it because there's so much shit I tried to buy from them and they just wouldn't let me. It's just like you don't work with us enough, you bastards.
I know. And they asked me if I had a pull there. And I says, I've been having a pull there for over a decade. And they said, oh, okay. We'll see you Monday.
Wow, what asshole.
I know, but I'm close, guys. So
They
just
do suck.
by the time this episode drops, I'll already know if I have it or not, but we'll let you know on the next episode. Ooh.
Well, that's exciting. What a cliffhanger, guys. I guess that's where we'll leave you. So,
On a cliff.
Yeah, hold on. We'll get you in a couple weeks. CBJ Pod on Instagram in the meantime, though, if you want to see what's up. And then CBJ Podcast on Facebook, Comic Book Junkies on YouTube. Everything's on there. Tell a friend, rate, review, subscribe, ring the bell. Do whatever shit that everyone else tells you to do, but do it for us because we're pals here. We're all junkies together. Hell yeah. And just keep it pushing. Hopefully this was informative for you. Maybe if you do like any of those characters, even though we disparage them, you can now do the legwork that we've given you the assignment of and go find some of these keys hiding. I'm sure that some of them are out there. I probably have all the ones that I want already, except the variant that Joe just showed off that you guys can't see because we're audio. But thanks for listening. We'll catch you again next time.
Later.